So we're good.
Oh my God, we're prepared.
About fucking time.
It only took like 15 episodes.
Well, to be honest with you, the topics I got are pretty dark. Mine's are more comedy.
Okay.
Some of them are dark.
I've got like, I don't know, I've got like random shit. And
I think I asked this question to you last time. I don't know I think it was a would you rather. Would you rather fight a chicken every time you get in a car or fight a monkey once a year? I think we talked about that. I'm not 100% sure if we did or not. So
man, that's such a hard one. No, I don't think we did do that one.
It was like a TikTok.
Or we might have done it at one point.
I think we were going to, but then never got to it. I think we did would you rather, and then we went into would you rathers rather than this question. We'll come back to this later, just so you know it's going to be in the future. We got some
sneak peek.
We got some spooky shit I want to talk about, like the Skinwalker Ranch. Did you ever watch that video I sent?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on, let me confirm that. Let me confirm. No, you sent me that video about George Carlin.
Okay. Different.
Oh, no, I didn't watch that one. I meant to watch that one, but you sent me that on, what is June 2nd? Was that Friday?
I have no idea.
June 2nd. Holy shit, that was a Thursday. And that was 2 weeks ago.
So, we're not going to talk about it then.
Hold up. No, still talk about it. It'll be a surprise for me.
I want to see some images. Well, you never heard of it? I figured you're watching.
I've heard of Skinwalker. I've heard of Skinwalker Ranch. They did a story on Skinwalker Ranch on Hell on Heels.
You got to go check it out. It's kind of bizarre, the whole little thing going on. Probably have you read it, but it's pretty bizarre. A billionaire got involved, and he got hired his own team of super sleuths like what are they called? Scooby-Doo. It's pretty interesting.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, go ahead and start.
Reggie Skinwalker Ranch.
Join Scoob! So,
Skinwalkers,
man!
Send me the link. I'll read it.
Well, do you want to start off with that, or do you want to end with that?
Oh, I don't care. We can do it however.
We'll end with it. We'll start
with the power of editing. They can be in any order. Oh wow!
The more you know. All right, we'll start off with your stuff. I don't know what you got. You seem like your list is actually a little more organized than mine is.
I've just got a bunch of shit, honestly, like just different things that we can talk about. You know what I'm saying?
My stuff is just in Samsung Notes. Oh, you can't even see it. It looks like I'm Jesus Christ.
It's Larry Christ, the second coming.
Larry Christ. You mean we skip meals on Sundays? Fuck that. I'm excited for this shit.
We can't be skipping meals out here. What do you mean?
The Thick Boy podcast.
Dude, I'm too hungry to skip meals.
Sunday's Taco Bell.
I did used to. Oh hell yeah! Those motherfuckers took the Mexican pizza from us again. Again, it's coming back in the fall apparently. But
I went to Taco Bell. I think it was like last week, and I was gonna get something I got, and they took it off the menu. They take all their good shit off the menu.
Yeah, they really do, man. Like do you remember the avocado ranch chicken taco?
No, I don't like their chicken. Their chicken tastes like shit, I think.
It does now, man. It used to taste so good.
It kind of has like the texture of fish. It kind of taste, right?
Yeah, kind of. You're right. Yeah. I think you're right.
I think it's like canned chicken, probably, because it kind of has a tuna fish.
It's so fucking mass produced, you know. Like you know how they make it there, right? Like they don't cook anything there.
Yeah, it's add hot water, right?
Nah, well, to the chicken they don't add hot water to it. They cook it in a thermalizer, so it's like a hardcore sous vide. It just comes in a bag and you dump it. It's like a slow cooking method where you seal your food in like a plastic bag and then you slow cook it in hot water.
Yeah, you said hot water. As I said.
No, you said add hot water. There's a slight difference between adding hot water and then putting the bag in hot water.
Yeah, a little hot water.
Their refried beans, though, are add hot water. You just add hot water to that shit.
They're not bad, though.
They're really not. They're not.
That's pretty much beans either way. That's how you make refried beans. Put a little bit of a little bit of hot water, and then once you're done, boil, fucking fry them bastards, and you're good to go.
So, you submit it, listeners. We're all trash here. We all eat Taco Bell. Come on. You like their refried beans.
Our listeners are trash, apparently.
Just like us.
So the one I liked was they had this fuck. It was like a Frito, like a spicy Frito, like crunch wrap or some shit.
Yeah, dude, that was good. That was good. Yeah. I was upset when that left too.
It's gone. I'm like, we don't have it anymore. Do you have the fucking ingredients? Put that bitch together.
Put it together, dude.
You motherfuckers got Frito-Lays back there. It's a
like we can't put bacon on that. We'll give me a side of bacon then.
Yeah, like take away. Like, you don't have the ingredients back there, motherfucker. You're Taco Bell.
Yeah, all your shit has the same ingredients. It's that Jim Gaffigan joke all over again.
Same shit. Your burritos, same shit as your tacos. It's just burrito form.
Did you ever see that routine by Jim Gaffigan where he said he used to wait at a Mexican restaurant?
No.
No, he was like, he was waiting on a table and the lady was like, what's a taco? And he was like, tortilla meat, lettuce, tomatoes.
Cheese.
Yeah, cheese. And she's like, oh, well, what's a burrito? Tortilla meat, lettuce, tomatoes, cheese. So he kept listing shit, and he just kept saying the same ingredients over and over again.
Lettuce, beans,
yeah,
cheese.
Exactly.
What comes on your stuffed quesadilla? Lettuce, tomato, beans, cheese.
Yeah. Look, lady, it's all the same shit. Just pick something on the menu. I'll guarantee you'll like it.
The same ingredients for everything. Just eat it. Speaking of comedians,
it's just different folding techniques.
Did you see that video I sent you on the TikTok video I sent you?
The George Carlin one?
Maybe is the one where he's like the 10
Marketing?
Commandments.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah,
he came down with.
It's such a good routine.
You think 10 is funny?
Then there's the joke where they had 15, but they dropped one of the tablets coming down. I have the 15, 10 commandments. No, yeah, because George Carlin later on in that same routine like condenses it all down to like one commandment. He's just like, "Don't be an asshole."
Basically. Just don't be an asshole.
It's the bare minimum, man. Don't be an asshole, and you're a good person.
Every religion, same rule. Don't be an asshole.
If you're a dick, you suck.
You're going to hell. Hallelujah.
You need to turn water into wine? Well, you better be cool, dude. Just
Church,
chill, man.
The only place you could drink underage.
Yeah, no one bats an eye.
When I got baptized, I think I was like 10 or 11. I was a little late to get baptized, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you want wine? You're gonna give a child wine? You little." No wonder they say you guys touch kids, you fucking bastards. We're gonna get me lit.
Everyone's too drunk.
Forget me juice.
I always wanted to do communion when we were going, because most of my family's Catholic, and like when we go to mass and everything, it's like I always wanted to go and do communion, but my parents and my grandparents were always like, "No, not yet. You're not old enough."
No, just stay away from wine. Do not.
My grandma's like a I wouldn't say she's a stereotypical Catholic, but she's always got an old box of wine somewhere.
Oh really? My grandma was one of those people who she was like, back in the day she didn't raise her kids, so instead of raising her own children, she decided to basically go into like helping everyone else except her kids. Which, don't get me wrong, nice person. She's a really sweet old lady. But like, your family's falling apart, sweetheart. Maybe you should, focus your attention. So she was like the head of the school board. She was like the head of the church, or the local church, and all this shit. But like,
power grandma,
huh?
Power grandma,
pretty much. So she was like head of like all these school boards, and she helped politicians in the area. Like just like.
Did she have shoulder pads in her suit, in her pantsuit?
I have no idea. She was weird, dude. That was waiting for my time. By the time I was there, she was already in her freaking like 60s. So.
Yeah,
a little bit of a psychopath, and like her whole family went to shit. I think 3 of her 5 kids are drug addicts. It's a mess. And like, you really helped out the entire neighborhood and just completely forgot about your children. So messy. She's a sweet old lady, but I think her priorities weren't very straight. If that makes sense. kind of annoying, well, whatever. And so yeah. Anyway, so in her house she has like holy water and like gallons of this shit. She hoards holy water. I don't know why, but she has I think she has like a couple gallon jugs of just holy water. And
You're preparing for the vampires.
I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Yeah, she has one of those old school what do they call it? The one with all the beads on it.
Rosary.
Yeah, like an old school rosary, but it looks like ancient. So maybe she is like a family of vampire hunters, and we don't even know it.
Yeah, that's why she was gone all the time, man. This is like
psychopath. But
Grandma Larry, vampire hunter.
Grandma. What do they call
it? It passed down from a long line of vampire hunters. Abraham Lincoln started the tradition.
Abraham. Yeah, that was weird. I saw that movie come out. I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. Abraham Lincoln.
Dude, okay, so the movie wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either, and the book was amazing.
What's the premise? Does Abraham Lincoln just happens to be a vampire hunter?
Yeah, he some of his family is killed by vampires when he's younger out in the wood frontier of Illinois, and he eventually becomes president of the United States and has the whole secret mission to hunt vampires.
The South won't rise again with a stake in its heart.
Suck on this. Abraham Lincoln, action hero, bro.
He's like the only thing that defeats communism is justice, and fucking throws it.
They'll make me tie you into a garlic knot.
You heard of a noose made of garlic? What? Have muskets and cannons made of holy water and garlic salt.
No, he was using axes, bro. He was doing the dirty work.
He was chopping them up. Well, he was wasn't he like a woodcutter by trade or something?
Yeah. So he used logging and shit. Honest Abe built his cabin by hand and murdered vampires with axes.
You remember those old? Did you ever play Assassin's Creed when they had the online where you would run around as different characters?
Yeah.
Axes and hits him in the back, and he goes just going ham on those vampires.
Yeah, you get people flying doing that.
His hat, he has this big old hat, and it just shoots garlic fucking float out of it.
Just the garlic cannon in his hat.
Garlic turret. It's like they know our secret. Abraham.
It's like you know too much. FBI.
There's a weird dude outside my apartment. Huh, okay. Good to know. Anyway, so Abraham Lincoln's apparently a badass. So the premise is just Abraham Lincoln just happens to fight vampires.
Yep. He's the savior of the United States against the vampire scourge.
And the South. But mainly the South.
Mainly the South. The vampires were like a bonus deal that the American people didn't know about.
Vampires aren't the only bloodsuckers in this country.
Just imagine you reading historical documents and shit, and Abraham Lincoln's just writing about vampires.
Let's look into this. Let's see if Abraham Lincoln had a fascination in vampires. Lincoln, free slaves, stop slavery, have a gun. Okay. Lincoln.
Did he have a gun? Watch out, Abe's got a gun.
I bet you wish he had that when John Wilkes Booth came up on his ass. Did Abraham Lincoln have an interest in vampires? Let's look it up. Maybe he did. What connects Abraham Lincoln to vampires? The fuck? What is it about Abraham Lincoln and vampires? When South Graham Smith published an action/horror mashup novel, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, scholars cringed. Few historians studied the 16th president were willing to go on the record to say what many truly thought, but suffice to say it was not as supportive as the praise given for turning the life of Alexander Hamilton into a Broadway play. Nevertheless, a Lincoln/vampire connection does exist, and part of the story is now in the Smithsonian.
What?
In 1886, three men, New York business and art collectors Thomas B. Clark, Century Magazine editor Richard W. whatever the fuck, and famed American artist August Saint, contacted the Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution with a proposal. The three represented a consortium of subscribers who had recently purchased from Don cast of the life, mask, and hand of Abraham Lincoln's items made by Volk's father, Leonardo. To guarantee that no future copies were ever made from the originals, the group would donate its Lincoln's relics instead of bronze copies made by Saint. Okay, where's the part where it says vampires? This is the case concerning first case made. The fuck.
That's it for me, man.
I'm just trying to read
that's
and
the
see.
proof.
I'm
That's
trying
the
to
proof. Abraham Lincoln was a vampire hunter.
It's in the Smithsonian.
It's part of our American history.
Where's the vampire shit at? Why would you say this and then not have anything in there about vampires? Whatever.
This is the problem with America is we are allowing vampire immigration.
And then one of the second link was Abraham Lincoln really a vampire hunter?
This quote from the Legal Geeks is hilarious to me. Is finally having a film depicting undead daywalkers as evil beings who use people for food, fought by an axe-wielding Abraham Lincoln, is the first step in a long healing process caused by years of damage from Twilight.
I'm sure. Oh shit! Okay, I went and typed in. Yeah, okay. Doing research on Abraham Lincoln immediately goes into a lot of racist shit.
Oh yeah, I'm imagining.
I was going through like Abraham Lincoln images, and they get dark relatively.
Listen, dude, do you have to do this as part of your like homework for the next episode? Is watch Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? I'm telling you, you're not gonna hate it.
Am I missing out? Where's it even?
I think you are.
where are you gonna watch Abraham Lincoln?
You know what? I don't know. It's on Tubi for free right now.
I wonder if it's on Netflix or Hulu because I have both of those.
It's on Amazon Prime, but it's available for rental from YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu, and Amazon.
It's only what, $4 to rent for that? I'll probably rent it from YouTube and watch it in the TV room.
Well, Tubi's free. You can watch it free with ads probably on Tubi. Yeah, ads do suck ass. That's true.
I'm not gonna watch it with ads.
But you know what they say about doing things quick? It's like the great Greek story of the ancient warrior Brophides.
Do you really want your shit getting cut into? Like, let's say you're getting ready to vampires, or Lincoln's getting ready to wipe a vampire's head clean off, and it's like, by the way, do you guys want condoms? Well,
by the way, condoms.
By the way,
condoms are good for you. Condoms.
Come on, use the condom. Don't want no more children.
You want to prevent pregnancy.
Oh, you're a vampire.
With condoms.
Come on,
Abraham Lincoln. He would have wanted you to use condoms.
Come on, guys. You don't want him to be... you should be sucking, not fucking.
That's too good.
Christ.
Oh shit. We come all prepared with topics and shit and just go off on a tangent about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter and the commercials during
How the fuck do we even get to Vampire Hunter to begin with? All I have open is this is the way my search history just went. It went Skinwalker Ranch, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
It's brilliant.
Nothing.
Your FBI agent is so confused right now.
What are all these guys talking about?
Oh, what?
Did you say sucking off a vampire? What the hell's going on?
Hey, I mean, they have some connections, supernatural creatures and events.
I guess.
Sorta.
Where's
we're trying to play 3 Degrees of Kevin Bacon right now, so it's just...
Where the fuck did we even get to this topic? Where's Skinwalker Ranch even located? Oh, is that the Appalachian Mountains? By the way, where do you live at again?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. I'm trying to see if the.
I'm not close to the Appalachians.
I was gonna say you should go.
That's more on the East Coast.
You're not you're far, but you're not like too far from me.
Nah, like I think from here to Phoenix is like a 13, 16 hours.
Well, how much is it by plane? Like 4 hours?
Yeah, I don't know, it's not much by plane.
5 hours. 5 hours. Let's go get some Spirit Airline. We'll never make it there.
You could take United and just that's that one TikTok that we had when we were playing Warzone. So what the fuck flight is this? It says United.
I think I played with Moosey one time. It was pretty fun though.
That was funny. I still have a clip somewhere when you're like, you said something about his Mises.
Oh, he said,
it's Moose.
Damn, my bad, man.
That shit was funny as fuck.
How much is it? Like, what the fuck is it for Mises? He's like, it's not fucking Mises, it's Moose. I said,
it's Moose.
It's my bad.
Okay, so Skinwalker Ranch is in Utah.
Oh, it's close to me. Fuck.
And it's way closer to you than me.
Let's go. We'll go walk over there. Come to find out, the Skinwalkers Ranch isn't. They're not paranormal. It's just Mormons trying to get people to leave their freaking area. This is where our polygamy is, bitch. Get out of here.
Don't touch my polygamy.
And also, don't touch alcohol after 6. A little aggressive, don't you think? So
drinking alcohol after 6 p.m. is a sin. This is what I tell my 7 wives all the time.
And my children. Sick bastard. Speaking of which, I'm going to Disneyland, and looking like me, I'm like, I don't want to go to Disneyland. I'm gonna go there and be like, where are your children at? I'm here to find some.
I don't have any yet. You know where I can get some?
Someone told me I wanted children to come to Disneyland. Jesus Christ. No, but my brother's going to Disneyland. Like, you just want to come? And I say, not really. And then my girlfriend's like, I do. I'm like, fuck. All right, well, there goes $5,000. Goodbye, money.
$5,000. Holy shit.
Well, because I want the lightsaber. I'm going to go get some lightsabers, man. I'm going to go buy some lightsabers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, might as well.
Go get a robot. Then my fast going. So we're going. It's going to be some money. Okay, so Skinwalker Ranch. Let me find a link for you to read. Oh, they got an official site for just Skinwalker Ranch. Can we get a tour?
Also known as Sherman Ranch.
Where's say that at?
Wikipedia.
Bastards at Wikipedia. All right, you go and start reading your Wikipedia shit. Because when I got stuck in some sort of like bio fucking.
Okay.
What is this? So
I'm coming into this blind, everyone. But let's see. Skinwalker Ranch, also known as Sherman Ranch, is located in Utah County, Utah, in the U.S. Nearest city is Ballard, Utah. And so, let's see, according to Wikipedia, a little background on Skinwalker Ranch is, looks like it's about UFO reports that were publicized in the 70s around the area. There are claims about the ranch first appearing in 1996 in the Salt Lake City, Utah Desert News, and later in the alternative weekly Las Vegas Mercury as a series of articles by investigative journalist George Knapp. And these stories talk about the claims of the family that allegedly experienced inexplicable and frightening events after they purchased and occupied their property. So let's look at their paranormal reputation, according to Wiki.
The person who bought Skinwalker Ranch was Brandon Fugel. He kind of looks like a villain.
Brandon Fugel. Oh, he bought it in 2016, right? Yeah, via Adamantium Holdings. What a name for a holding company.
Yeah, way to name
Adamantium.
Isn't that from Marvel, the metal?
Yeah, it's like that's what the metal that Wolverine skeleton's made of. No, I don't think adamantium's a real metal. No.
I
I don't believe so. Let's
That
find
means
out.
that means the only place.
Adamantium.
That means the only place that they could have stole that name from was Marvel, because it's made up.
Yeah, it's a fictional metal.
So
A fictional metal alloy appearing in America comic books published by Marvel. Interesting.
What an
So this
asshole.
guy's a nerd.
Yeah, he's a thief too. Real original asshole.
So, according to Wiki's compilation of information here, Skinwalker Ranch was popularly dubbed the UFO Ranch due to its ostensible 50-year history of odd events said to have taken place there. According to the original family, who's just not Kenneth and Edith Myers. It's wait, it's not the. Who the hell is this? According to Kelleher and Knapp, they saw or investigated evidence of close to 100 incidents that include vanishing and mutilated cattle. Holy shit. Sightings of unidentified flying objects or orbs, large animals with piercing red eyes that they say were unscathed when struck by bullets. What? And invisible objects emitting destructive magnetic fields.
So if you would have watched the video I sent you. So no, I'm kidding. So basically, what ended up happening was these guys bought the ranch. It's a bunch of random ass people, and they're like, "We're gonna start a ranch here." Obviously, it's a ranch. We're gonna start a ranch. Well, they show up on the place. I'm assuming they already brought their cows or whatever they were gonna have, and they go into the house. Well, the house has locks, like latches, on the inside and outside of every door inside the house, including the windows. Which is kind of like odd. Like, what are you keeping in the rooms? What are you keeping out of the rooms? Like, what? Why do you need these many?
On the inside and the outside?
Inside and the outside of every door in the house, according to the video I saw. And it has them locked up. Well, he's like, okay, it's kind of weird, whatever. And there's big old chains. They're like, what are these for? I guess they assume they were for big dogs to kind of guard the house. Like, why do you need a dog to guard the house? And like from the inside or whatever, like, whatever. And then they go outside and they see this huge wolf. They said it's probably about 6 feet long, so a big ass wolf. And they're like, what the fuck? That's kind of weird. And it comes towards them like a puppy, and it's all happy to see him and shit. And they're like, that's fucking weird. And then they're like, okay, and they pet it and like this weird shit. Like, this is fucking weird. For whatever reason, they didn't feel like endangered by this animal. And then the animal
pet a wolf.
Yeah, so that's the story anyway. And then the wolf starts walking away, and it grabs one of their cows by the neck and starts like basically killing it. And so they start shooting at it, and it just kind of like doesn't do anything. It just kind of looks at them like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they keep shooting at it because like, it's my fucking cow, bitch. So they shoot at this fucking wolf, and the wolf's just like, "What the fuck?" Like, whatever. And then I guess it just drags the cow into the woods, and it vanishes. And after it vanishes, they get this weird smell of like rotten flesh, and it smells like shit. It's like a nasty smell. And they're like, what the fuck? And then they kind of blow it off. Like, that was weird, but whatever. But there's obviously going to be predators and shit in the area. We just need to get bigger guns or whatever. So go ahead and continue reading. I just figured I'd give you that little bit of input.
Now, that would not be my first instinct to pet a gigantic wolf that just randomly appears on my ranch.
I'm just going to find the story.
That is a strange reaction.
Ranch. Big wolf.
Like, I generally don't see wild animals and think, I should pet that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
My wife might, though. She might be like, I'm going to pet it.
Yeah, that's impossible. The first season was a crash course with the lore surrounding it. Local Native Americans, lore, and skinwalkers. So obviously skinwalkers are a Native American thing. I think we talked about these before. They're kind of like
I do like watching like the videos that people make. They're obviously not real. Some of them, I don't know, might be questionable, but like the different videos of supposed skinwalkers on like TikTok and stuff, those are pretty cool to see.
I'm just kind of like I kind of have like a belief in that kind of shit where it's like, I mean, who am I to say that someone's beliefs aren't real? So the Native Americans believe that the way skinwalkers are made is basically skinwalkers and Wendigo. We're not supposed to say the words. That's kind of like against their thing. But I don't live anywhere near a forest. But basically, the way a skinwalker is made is not a voodoo, but like a witch doctor.
Mm-hmm.
starts meddling in dark magic to get power. And what they start doing is they start eating predatory animals and stuff like that because in their religion, from what I've read, they believe that when you eat certain things or certain animals or certain stuff like that, you get their power. So you eat a wolf, you get the strength of a wolf or the speed of a wolf, depending on like whatever. And apparently they start eating people. So when they start eating people, that's when they start turning. I think that's the way it works. Let me double check so I don't sound like a fucking idiot. Skinwalker, how are they made? I just want to make sure I don't get the information wrong so I don't look like an asshole. Okay, so skinwalkers are actually known as witches in Navajo. Oh, it's Navajo? Is that what it says? Navajo? In Navajo culture, and they used to be humans. The word of skinwalker is the Navajo language of Yi Naldoshi. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. Roughly translates to he who walks on all fours. Skinwalkers are most commonly fuck you. Most commonly known as shapeshifters, often taking the form of an animal or a human. They are seen most frequently as wolves, coyotes, foxes, eagles, owls, or crows. When they're not transforming into animals, witnesses have described skinwalkers as hollowed out creatures that look like dogs. Look a little like dogs, my bad. In Navajo tradition, skinwalkers are medicine men who have decided to use their magic for nefarious purposes. There are many different theories on skinwalkers come to be, but the most prevalent speaks of the official ceremony where people become skinwalkers through a gathering with specific charms and chants. One of the rituals acts of skinwalker involve killing and then eating someone close to them. By performing this act, soon to be a skinwalker lose any humanity left in them. Beware, once you're a skinwalker, you can't undo it. When they want you to... What's that noise? You don't hear a noise?
No.
It sounds like a...
Nope.
It's gone now. Weird. Okay.
You weren't supposed to say the word, Larry.
Well, no, like my headset's making like a rattling noise now. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's like, yeah, I bend it over like this and it's showing like a... one of the rituals acts as becoming a skinwalker involves killing and then eating someone close to you. Yeah, I read that one. Yeah, they want your face, and some traditions suggest they'll steal your very skin. Skinwalkers can transform into any kind of animal, including you. Don't even think about looking at a skinwalker in the eyes. That's how they absorb themselves into your body and then control you every move, or control your every move. Jesus Christ. Skinwalkers can run for greater distances than normal people. They're said to be able to run for 200 miles at a time. Skinwalkers aren't allowed to enter your home unless invited. It's common decency, people. So those are kind of like some things. There's more, but that's kind of like the rundown. So I wasn't wrong. Thank God. Could have been worse. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You had a lot more information than this wiki article did, apparently. Like the next section of this is just talking about criticisms that people have had of the investigations and everything, up to and including the skeptic James Rondi in 1996 awarding Bigelow, the owners after Terry and Gwen Sherman, the Pegasus Award, which they said the award category designating Bigelow as the funding organization that supported the most useless study of supernatural, paranormal, or occult.
Ouch, what a dick.
That's pretty harsh.
So
that's about all the information about any of like the happenings.
So I'm just gonna go off of memory because I can't find any good stories. So basically what it did, the family that took over the place originally was like, oh yeah, we're gonna move here, we're gonna start a thing. The wolf showed up, fucked with them, they got mad, they shot it, it didn't do anything. So now they're getting ready to do like basically farm shit. So they're going out there hoeing their yard and doing all their shit, or their farm or whatever, getting ready to do farm shit. And he has one of these things, apparently it weighs like 20 or 30 pounds, and he's out there using this tool. He walks inside, grabs water, whatever, comes back, and it's gone. He's like, where the fuck's it at? And then he goes for a day, he's like, I can't find it, fuck it. And he kind of goes off, does whatever, he goes into something else on the farm that needs to be done. He comes back the next day looking for it again. It's like, I need that thing to do my work. He looks up in a tree, and it's hanging like in a tree that's like 40 or 50 feet in the air. He's like, who the fuck got it up there? So they're like, how the fuck did you get up there? And he goes around asking his kids. He's like, hey, did you throw it up there? Did you do this? Did you do that? And they're like, no, that's not. We didn't We couldn't even get up there. That's fucking 20, 30 feet in the fucking air and all this shit. And they're like, okay, whatever. And they kind of go on with their business. And then they start seeing, like, weird shit at night. So they'll start seeing, like, things walking around their yard or their farm and just, like, weird things. They're like, what the fuck's that? And then I think they tried chasing it off. They started shooting at it, and it ran towards him. So he freaked the fuck out, ran inside, locked himself in. And then all of a sudden, these things that kind of like had like no faces were looking into their windows and like trying to get in and doing like weird shit. So these guys were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And the kids started fucking having nightmares and they couldn't sleep. And then out of the blue, he sees like a portal, what he calls a portal or whatever he thinks it is, and something like weird looking, kind of like creeps out of it, kind of like the. What's that movie called? The one with the fucking whale?
The Ring.
The Ring comes out kind of like The Ring. And it just kind of vanishes into the woods. And like, thing comes out. And they're like, what the fuck? And it gets to the point where they start seeing like little UFOs. And like, not UFOs, but little like disc objects and stuff. Because dad starts like kind of camping out in the woods and like waiting for where the fuck's going into his house to kind of attempt to kill it. So now he's trying to hunt these damn things, and all of a sudden, like, a little robot pops up, and it's kind of, like, scanning the floor, and it's, like, driving and flying around, like, weird shit, not making a noise. He described it as looking like a stealth fighter jet. Without making any noise, and he kind of just scans the ground looking for shit. And they're kind of like, whatever, that's kind of fucking weird, but, fuck it. And again, I'm doing a rough, what I remember off the video I watched. And kind of like, what the fuck? That makes no sense. And he the second he hears him, it takes the fuck off. It just flies off. And he's like, what the fuck was that? And then, again, things keep trying to get into his house every night. And he's shooting at him because, America. And so he's shooting at these fucking things. And they're not dying or not getting hurt. Or at least not, like, nothing that he's, like, able to notice. And his cows start...
Yeah, it's like not leaving any blood or anything like that.
So, and now his cows are, like... They start fucking with his cows, and they're getting surgically like cut open, like professionally, like somebody's like a surgeon, like blade going through these cows, and like what the fuck. I don't know if they're even still good to eat, but whatever. Kind of doing shit like that. So the guy's like kind of like gives up. He's like, fuck this shit. Goes to the news, and he's like, hey, there's some weird shit going on here. And I guess some billionaire, dude. I guess this dude apparently put together a team of super sleuths. So basically, like, people who are smart in every... Basically, like, he has a scientist. He has an investigator. He has a detective. He has, like, basically, like, the top people from any line of investigation or research. Like, scientists and biologists and herbalists. And just basically anybody who could kind of give you, like, oh, yeah, well, the reason you're seeing this shit, you're hallucinating because of this plant that's here. This plant has hallucinogens and it makes you see shit and makes you paranoid. Or this water here has bacteria in it that makes you, again, hallucinate and see shit. Or the bread you've been eating is kind of fucked up and it's making you see shit. Or, there's kind of people from any walks of life kind of going through. So they kind of give a reason for this. Well, they couldn't find any reasons for them to be acting this way, so this dude ends up buying the ranch from him. And he brings in his Scooby-Doo gang. I forgot what they're called, but whatever. And basically they do the same thing, and they don't say anything for a couple months, and they're like, whatever, there's nothing here. And then all of a sudden the same shit that was happening to the other guy starts happening to these people, and they start documenting it. And that's basically where it kind of ends, and then they just called it, and that was basically it. So it's kind of weird. At the end of the day, there was really no discovery and anything like that. And as far as we know, it could be a big hoax for this billionaire to start write movies and books and everything else. And, it'd be...
Imagine being like a scientist or something and you get that call. It's like, hey, we'd like for you to work on this project.
But if it's a billionaire, you really give a fuck? You're like, oh, I don't have to do my job anymore and I could go do some fun shit, like investigate paranormal stuff?
Yeah, I'd take the job in a minute, just like instantly. It's like, you know what? This sounds like a fun way to make money.
Yeah, like you're going to go there and you're going to investigate paranormal. Brandon,
maybe I'll get to see a fucking skinwalker or something. That'd be
I don't know.
Crazy.
So the thing is, if you ever did see something like that, well, that would probably change your whole belief system.
Yeah, I think it would change your whole fucking life. Like, you just be like, be I don't know. Like to me, it would seem like that would be like instant PTSD kind of shit.
Trying to find out what the investigation team was called.
Scooby Doo and the gang, Mystery Machine.
Well, no, they had a name. I forgot what the damn. It was something stupid. It was something dumb. His wife looks like a psychopath. Net worth. How much is he worth? He's a billionaire from what they made it sound like. And then they have dogs that cry. What the fuck? Secrets of Skinwalking Ranch. He looks like a serial killer. Tycoon, Robert Regular, in order to investigate. Oh, they got the whole team here. I don't know what the group was called. I can't find it. Anyway, crazy shit. That's basically all I had to say about that. And then you could go about whatever was on your list, because I haven't seen your list yet.
Oh, I've got a bunch of stuff.
And I got some like ending stuff, some weird shit to end their podcast with.
So speaking of Satan, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. This is kind of a weird tie-in to Skinwalker Ranch, but did you hear about that guy trying to burn down one of the church locations of the Satanic Temple in Salem?
No, but it's kind of weird that they have a Satanic Temple in Salem.
It's fucking ironic joke on their part. It's really I thought it was funny that they opened one up in Salem.
What doesn't really surprise you, I wouldn't surprise them that that Salem would approve that, because that's kind of how they make their money, is off like people going there for Halloween and doing like weird shit.
Yeah, touristy shit. Yeah.
That's like their whole like thing. So it wouldn't surprise me that they allowed that to be there. But anyway,
yeah, which is one of those things that or every time I see stuff like that from the Satanic Temple, I was like, they're such memers. Like those guys meme all the time. But they do a lot of other stuff too. You know, they're very active activists for a lot of different stuff.
Mostly,
but huh?
But mostly nature. Those little Satanists love the nature and shit.
I mean, I guess groups of it, yeah. A lot. More recently, I think a lot of their activism work is a lot more about abortion rights than anything. They're very, yeah. They for abortion rights, yeah.
They're like, no, man, just give us. If you don't want your kids, just give them to us, and we'll sacrifice them for you.
Imagine that being the tagline. Holy shit! But yeah. Anyway, some guy, Daniel Lucy, tried to burn down the temple location in Salem. They got him on video, like just pouring lighter fluid all over the front porch of the front deck or whatever of the church, and lighting it on fire and then leaving.
In Salem, we burn witches and Satanists.
Yeah. I mean, like how much more fitting can you really get with that, you know? But they said they were able to put out the fire like pretty quickly, and the police came to the scene, and they recognized him. The guy from the video, they recognized him when he returned to the scene. He fucking burned it, went to burn it, left, and then came back.
He came back and was like, God damn, that bitch don't burn.
But apparently he said that he was coming back to turn himself in, but he admitted in the course of that what he was doing, he was attempting to commit a hate crime, is what he said. It came out of his own mouth. He's like, yeah, this was a hate crime. Like, imagine that. You turn yourself in as like, I'd like to turn myself in. I did a hate crime. You know,
one hate crime, please, officer. Thank
you. Please charge me for one hate crime. So obviously you're pretty familiar with what the Satanic Temple is. You know, they're a non-theistic group or whatever. But
so would it be a hate crime or a war crime, do you think?
Yeah, it'd definitely be a hate crime, because it was I mean, I think it would be closer to a religious war against Christians and the Satanists.
What religion was the burn guy?
Oh, he was a Christian. Yeah, he was wearing a shirt that said God when he did it.
God,
Like,
God works in mysterious ways.
I
Burns
thought that
down
was
Satan's
crazy.
temple. How do you
It's like
fail? How do you fail
you
at
go to the
burning?
satanic temple.
You know what's even more ironic? If the temple's made of brick,
Hmm.
and he's like, "I'm gonna burn
But
this bitch down. It's made of brick, sir. You're not gonna burn shit. Brick
it's
don't burn,
definitely a
bitch."
guy though that's like has no idea what the satanic temple is. You know, he probably thinks that they actually worship Satan and
I
shit.
mean, they might. What don't they? I thought that was the whole.
No,
What's this? What? The
they're
Satanic Temple doesn't
Yeah,
worship Satan.
no, it's their non-theistic religion. They're mostly agnostics and atheists. They don't worship Satan. They see they use Satan as a like a
A
allegorical
spokesperson.
thing, like a metaphorical thing, huh?
Satan's our spokesman.
To them, Satan is a symbol of resistance to tyranny, is how they put it.
I wasn't aware of that. I thought the Satan Temple was for Satan.
Nope, they don't worship Satan at all. And they're if you actually look into their tenets, the Satanic Temple tenets, their tenets are really good. Like it's a lot of like be kind to other shit.
Well, I know that's
So
but that's again that's every fucking religion is be.
yeah, literally every religion, even the
Don't be
ones
a
that say
dick.
even the Satanists are like, don't be a
dick.
dickhole.
No one likes a dick.
It's like I know hail Satan and everything, but please don't be a dick to each other.
None of it. So you're telling me the Satanic Temple doesn't celebrate or doesn't worship Satan? What?
No, they don't. The Satanic Temple is fairly new though as an organization. Like there are other satanic groups, and some of them do are theistic religions, and they worship Satan as a actual figure. But the two main ones that everyone knows about, like the Levan Church of Satan and then the Satanic Temple, they're both non-theistic
But
religions.
they have a bunch of fucking statues of Satan.
That's actually not Satan, that's Baphomet.
What's the difference? I don't know who that is.
Baphomet's not Satan. I was just,
He has horns of. Well, okay. What's Baphomet? What the fuck's he?
Baphomet is a deity or a demon. I don't know what exactly they use Baphomet like the.
Oh, okay. Baphomet is a symbol of balance.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Which is exactly why the Satanic Temple was trying to put statues of Baphomet. Okay, so this happened in my state because Arkansas wanted to put a monument of the Ten Commandments on the state capitol grounds, and the Satanic Temple fought it. They were like, "No, you can't do that. You can't display preferential religious symbology on state grounds. So if you're going to put a statue of the Ten Commandments up, you have to put our statue of Baphomet up." And so, because Arkansas is such a religious state, they're just like, fuck it, we're just going to take down the Ten Commandments because we are not putting up a statue of Baphomet.
I mean, he looks like a pretty dope ass fucking Smite character.
A Baphomet and Smite.
He does. What? He's like fucking some shit up.
Is that a playable character? Because I'll play him.
I'm gonna go buy that skin real quick.
So yeah, I don't know. That was one of the topics that I had because it kind of tied in a little bit with Skinwalker Ranch. Not really, but
Satan. Satan Temple and Skinwalker Ranch. Same.
But anyway, here's a switch of topic with no segue. So you said you watched you watched Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and before spoilers hit, Obi-Wan's a bitch. He got his fucking shit kicked in. I was like, dude, you didn't put up a fight. You ran. What are you doing?
So have you watched just the 3 episodes, or have you watched episode 4 as well?
When did episode 4 come out? I think I saw whatever was left. Which one was episode 4?
Episode 4 it came out not too long ago. I can't remember exactly when it released.
Because that's when I watched all
it might have been, yeah.
Episodes. Yeah, I think I seen it then. I think it ended off with Leia getting kidnapped or getting chased again.
Yeah, okay. I think that's right.
I could be wrong.
If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, anyway, so what are your thoughts on it so far?
I think it's good. I think they made Obi-Wan too big of a pussy. And
you think so?
I think he didn't do anything. He was like, even when he was a Jedi and like when he was supposed to be training Luke or whatever, he was just kind of like, At least he had something, but at this time, he's just like how
Well,
long?
he's a broken man.
He's a broken man, but like you lost all your fighting ability and everything else in a matter of what, a couple years?
20.
Yeah, I mean,
Obi-Wan set 20 years after.
is this
He buried.
how old is he then?
Yeah, that's a good question. I actually don't know how old Obi-Wan is in the Obi-Wan series.
He can't be that old because Luke is still a child.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're right. It can't be. You're right.
It has to be like 5 or 6 years.
I thought it was set 20 years. Hold on.
It can't be. Because he's 25.
In the series?
That's what it says. How old is Obi-Wan in episode 25? He's 25 years old. Oh, no, wait, no? Nope, and Obi-Wan Kenobi appears as the Padawan apprentice and Jedi Master of Qui-Gon Jinn. Episode 4, yeah. Obi-Wan in episode 4. So, 25. So, he's probably 30?
Okay, yeah. So, a few
something?
years.
So, but even then, you wouldn't lose all your fighting ability in 10 years. Maybe he might be a little disconnected or whatever, but he went to that place to meditate and shit, so he wouldn't have been separated from the Force either. That's why I was kind of like, why did they make him such a pussy? He couldn't fight.
Oh, he did. He did separate from. He wasn't using the Force at all.
So when he went on the island, when he went into that basically his away from like the Jedi shit, he was still meditating and talking to Qui-Gon Jinn the entire time. That's how he learned how to become a Force ghost.
He was trying to communicate. He hasn't communicated with Qui-Gon yet.
Well, I know, but I'm saying that, but that would mean he's still like practicing. He's still in practice. He's not separated from it. But the way they made it look like he couldn't even use the Force, like it was a mess. Remember he tried catching Leia when she fell, and he's like, he barely did it. I'm like,
yeah.
Really? Like he's that disconnected? Like I don't see it.
Maybe you have to practice every day or something. I don't know.
I doubt it. I think you just got to be connected in some sort of way. But like, there's no way in hell he disconnected like that in what 5-10 years.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Yoda didn't lose his shit at all.
Well, Yoda was out there fucking up
like
geckos
training and shit, like fucking up geckos.
Well, he's on that swamp planet. They're fighting probably fucking alligators and shit.
No,
so
little shit. Regardless of how we think Obi-Wan like how awesome has Ewan McGregor been in the show? Like I think Ewan McGregor's been the guy who plays Obi-Wan. I think he's been doing a great job.
McGregor's in that bitch.
Conor McGregor.
McGregor. I'm like,
he's beating the shit out of Darth Vader in that last scene.
He throws lightsaber down. Let's go, bitch. But now Darth Vader in that they made him look like a hard ass. He's going through and he's like breaks a kid's fucking or the dad's neck. And the kid
that scene was crazy.
The kid comes out and he's like, "Oh, you too," and he kills his ass, dude. He's like, "All right."
Like immediately, dude. It was so brutal.
No hesitation. I'm like, "Damn, bro."
Yeah, like that was like the scariest I've ever seen Darth Vader. You know, like just walking through town murdering people.
I like fuck, what movie was? I think they came out with a series for Darth Vader as well. I don't know if it was Darth Vader, but it was something like that. And he shows up in like a spaceship. And he just collapses the entire thing from the inside, just from his like pure anger. Mm-hmm. Darth Vader is a fucking beast in that movie, but Obi-Wan
is a beast.
Obi-Wan was such a pussy. It was just like, ugh, I don't like it. Obi-Wan was like a general. He fought in a wars, and now he's like, I ain't shit now. I'm just a guy. Because he could have easily probably taken out like two of the sisters or whatever the fuck they call themselves. I'm like,
the Inquisitors.
I think. Well, so think of it. Those Inquisitors aren't really trained. They're just like the more sensitive, angry people. That's basically their entire thing. And I'm like, Obi-Wan could have fucking swiped the floor with these assholes. And then it's like, nope.
In his heyday,
well, it's only 5 years from his heyday. He's not like, it's not that long. The way they made it look is like this dude has been in like exile for like 50 years and like is 90 and shit. The way he's running and fighting, I'm like, you can't use the Force at all. Couldn't even catch a child. Before he was over fucking toppling fucking governments and shit, and now he can't even pick up a rock.
Governments.
Can't pick up a fucking rock. You fought in a war for fucking 10 years, and now you Now you can't even pick up a child, you fucking bitch. And then he's. Oh,
I don't know.
Don't be wrong. He would've, I think he still would have lost to Anakin / Darth Vader. But I'm like, that's it. You didn't even. Not even a like a semi fight. Nothing.
He's gonna get his redemption.
I don't think so, man. I think he's just gonna keep running. I don't think so. I think they ruined him, and I'm like, this is embarrassing. I don't know.
I think he gets his redemption.
I think he might take a stab at it, but I don't think he's gonna do much. I think he's just like he's like broken down. They just ruined him for me. The first 4 episodes, I'm like, you ruined him that quick? Couldn't even. Bro, it was disrespectful. He beat his ass and then caught his ass on fire and then dragged him through the fire. I'm like, nothing? Not even a little bit of fight back? You just let him beat your ass like that? Come on, man. Disrespectful.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, even if it was only 5 years, he's got to be rusty, right?
A little bit, maybe a little bit, but
man, I don't know, dude. I haven't played basketball in forever. If I tried to come back and play basketball right now, I'd be terrible.
How long? That's was that? What, 5, 10, 15 years? Not fucking 4 or 5 years ago.
Even if it was like 4 or 5 years, I think I would be terrible.
But I can't imagine him not doing anything. It doesn't make any sense because even in the comic book series and shit, he was still training. He fought Darth Maul and beat him like with no sort of.
Yeah, but is that comic series considered canon?
It was until Disney got a hold of it.
Well, that's the difference,
But they made him a bitch, man. They're making these characters like what's that bitch's name from the new series of Star Wars, like the new trifecta or what the fuck they call it? The one with Leia, not Leia. What's her fucking name?
Oh, Rey.
Rey. She beat fucking what's his name? Ben. How you gonna beat him? He was trained for fucking 40 like 20 years to be a fucking Jedi by Luke Skywalker, and then is also trained in the Sith. So I'm like, and you beat him, bitch? He would have fucked you up without. It is dumb. It's just dumb shit. It's Disney fucking shit up again.
I don't know. Maybe it was just the quality of training.
It was tragic.
Oh, I don't even. To be honest with you, like, I didn't care for the new trilogy either. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't really. There were scenes from it that I liked, but like, there's a lot of it that I was just kind of like, eh.
I'm not against a female main character or anything either. It's just if you're gonna do something, at least like some training, some sort of something. You didn't do shit to train her. You didn't do shit, and she's beating Siths. Like, the fuck. Come on, man. Have a little bit better storytelling. You're Disney. You have money to make this shit actually make sense, and it's just trash.
I don't know, man. Like I don't even include the new movies in like a watch order. Like if I was gonna watch Star Wars in certain orders or something, I usually don't even include the sequels.
I think it's fun. You know what's fucked up is the side shit's better than the actual fucking movies.
Yeah.
Like I think that they just came out with the Book of Boba Fett. That's probably going to be better than the fucking movies. They have what's the other one?
Mandalorian was good.
Mandalorian, that was what I was thinking of. Mandalorian is better than the fucking movies they came out with.
Rogue One was awesome.
Rogue One I heard was really good. I didn't see it. Then this Obi-Wan shit. I don't get me wrong. I'm kind of ashamed of Obi-Wan. He's getting his ass beat, but it's good. It was pretty good. It was watchable. The fucking new trilogy is not even watchable. It's so trash.
And I hate saying it because I really want to like love everything about Star Wars, but the new trilogy just wasn't it for me.
Don't be wrong, they had great shit in there. Like I think the fighting scenes, like the spaceships and shit.
Yeah,
they made that shit look fucking dope. Here, let me see if I can find something for you.
Yeah, the special effects were great.
Uh.
I don't know, man. I think like with the sequels, because I actually wrote this down as a kind of a point of discussion. Is this like, should Star Wars have grown up like other series in like in sci-fi and fantasy kind of have. You know, like for example, the Harry Potter series, right? When the Harry Potter series first started, it was kind of like more aimed at kids. You know, the actors were very young; they were children. The storylines were more, juvenile. But as the series got older and older, so did the content of the series. It got more dark and more serious as it went along.
But
To me, I feel like Star Wars should have done the same thing. Like Star Wars should kind of grown up at some point.
I think it definitely got dark. There's some
Yeah, it's
dark
gotten
shit.
darker.
But
Yeah, it's gotten a little darker.
Is, I think I think what ended up happening was, and they do this a lot. I'm not a huge fan of it. Is they tried pushing a narrative that has nothing to do with the series. Like they wanted to make a female protagonist. Like, yeah, that's fine, do it. Not protagonist, a main character. I think that's what it is. And don't be wrong, do what do your shit. But if you're gonna do something like that, at least don't make that the entire reason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if that was the case for that or not.
Wasn't that what they were pushing the entire time? It was like, Star Wars finally has a main character who's a female.
I don't know. I guess maybe the media grabbed onto that or whatever.
I think that's what Disney was saying.
Oh well, I don't know. I don't know if that was like necessarily a narrative.
I think that was their main focus in the whole thing, was to make sure it was a female main character, but it just didn't. They wrote the character like shit, so the character made no fucking sense, and it was just a bad thing. By the way, I sent you a video of what I was talking about on Twitter. This is the kind, like their shits, like they have like great quality in their effects and everything else. It was just, oh, it's still sending. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow, either Twitter sends slow, huh?
Sometimes.
Probably send through Discord faster. It's atrocious.
I don't know. Like I do think that some of their content has gotten darker. I mean, like The Mandalorian was a lot darker of a take on Star Wars than a lot of the other Star Wars. Obi-Wan has been kind of a lot darker here in this series.
Fucking hanging people and shit. I was like, damn.
Yeah. So like, I definitely think some of the content has gotten darker, but like the main sagas, I don't think it got really that much darker. I felt like it was still very.
And something else, they're kind of killing Obi-Wan's entire character. Obi-Wan's character was like a real like caring and stuff like that, and he's like sending people away, like, nope, get the fuck away from me. I'm not gonna help you. Not even to get him off.
Hey, that's the point, though.
But like, not even to help him get off. Well, it was like Obi-Wan, like the original shit. He would have been like, okay, here's some money, get the fuck out of here. There's a spaceship, leave. Don't be here. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't just kick him off. He wouldn't be like, go fuck yourself. He'd be like, here.
That's the point, though.
But the thing is, that's not him.
It's the point, though.
I don't know if that's the point.
That's the point. That's entirely the point. It's because it's not him anymore.
But the thing, I don't know. It was just
he's so fucked up about the events that he killed his best friend and his Padawan. He thought he killed him. He's so like Vader said, you should have killed me when you had the chance. Bitch. But that's the whole point. Is that he thought he had killed like his best friend in the galaxy. And that all the rest of the Jedi are dead or dying, and there's only one hope that he has left, and he has to watch this boy so he doesn't end up like Vader, or Vader doesn't come for him.
And the best part is, I kind of liked it because they had like little bits of like little things in there, and he's like, thank you for not snitching me out, and he's like, I didn't do it for you, bitch. This is for my family. Now I don't give a fuck about you.
Let me look at this video real quick.
Oh, it was just one of the fucking. Like, I think it's called like reinforcement scenes, and it was one of the ones that they come with the spaceships. I thought so. Pretty good. All right, you got next topic?
Yeah, I got a ton. I got a bunch. That was only my first one. But speaking of space, have you heard anything about the James Webb Telescope that was launched, like, I guess a month ago?
No, what's going on with that? I haven't even heard of it.
Oh, so the James Webb is like basically the Hubble replacement. Like, this thing is going out to take pictures that are going to be like even higher quality and more be able to gather even more data than the Hubble.
Wow, these photos are beautiful.
Well, they haven't. The James Webb hasn't sent any full color photos or anything yet. This? I don't know what people were talking about right now, because the James Webb is not due to send any full color imaging until like 28 days from now.
The fuck? So I will go to their website and hold on. Let's see if I can copy this. I'm sending it on Discord.
Their website?
Yeah, it's their fucking. They have like a website, NASA.gov, and this is their fucking. This is one of the photos that's on their website.
Let's see. Yeah, but they got a countdown on the website too. It's right there. If you go to jwst.nasa.gov, countdown to first images, 28 days. First images will be here on July 12th.
Why the fuck are they posting images if these aren't the fucking images the damn thing's taking?
I don't know. That could have been. That could have been a Hubble image.
Oh, whatever. It is what it is. And so basically, it's gonna be taking images of what exactly? Just everything?
The same kind of stuff that the Hubble's been taking images of. The difference is that the Webb is way bigger, more powerful, and it's going to be set at a point that's like 940,000 miles away from Earth, where the Hubble is like pretty close to Earth. So yeah, we'll be getting our first full color images in like 28 days, 940,000 miles from Earth, at something that they're calling a Lagrange point, which, to my understanding, is like a pocket of empty space with gravity. So it's going to be like orbiting this spot in the solar system and taking pictures of other galaxies at a new vantage point.
I wonder how the hell this thing is taking photo, like how they get the shit out into outer space. It looks like a really like wonky satellite. It looks real like flimsy. Like if it got blown the wrong way, it would fucking disintegrate.
Well, it's completely folded up and then shot into space with a rocket. And once it's out in space with the rocket, it unfolds.
Oh, okay.
So like right now, it's actually I believe it's actually at its destination. It's just they have to do all the calibrating and everything, and that takes like a month apparently to do all the calibrations.
Okay. So what's it gonna be taking photos of? Is it gonna be taking photos of galaxies and planets and other shit?
Yeah, it's gonna be taking data and scientific data from different galaxies. We'll get a lot of similar photos from the Hubble, but more enhanced.
Oh, it's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
Because the other photos of it, like in space, and it looks tiny. It looks. And then
yeah, but if you see it on like the floor where they're assembling it and shit, yeah.
They're like little tiny midgets.
Yeah, it's giant. The primary mirror for the James Webb is like 3 times as big as the primary mirror from the Hubble, and but it's lighter than the Hubble's primary mirror. So like it's bigger and lighter.
Oh shit.
And it's super shiny. The gold plating on it's super shiny.
Very we're right here, guys. Come find us.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna be pretty cool, but like they did have a little bit of a fucking setback. Is the first month that it's been out, a little micro meteorite hit it. Oh. Like it didn't like do a lot of damage to it, and like apparently the people on the ground aren't that worried about it. They're just kind of like, yeah, it's something that kind of just is inevitable, will happen. You know, it's no serious system damage or anything, so we're good. You know, which is great because I'm sure this thing costs like billions of dollars.
Oh yeah, definitely. Bright side is it's not like they're paying for it.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Like I'm excited to see the images that it sends back. Hopefully, it's like really cool shit, not like the first image you get back. You're like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Took a picture of the stars. What the fuck, dude?
It's like the James Webb Telescope accidentally takes a picture with the thumb in front of the lens or some shit.
I wonder how well that flash works.
The flash, like that gigantic mirror, it's a hell of a flash.
Just see it from here.
So besides the James Webb, I don't know if you're familiar with the Voyager missions.
No, I'm not.
They have 2 unmanned vehicles, whatever, rockets careening through space right now, the Voyager 1 and the Voyager 2, which they were launched in 97, meaning that this was 45 years ago that these particular pieces of equipment were launched into space.
And they still work.
they're still working and they're still going. They've in fact escaped our solar system, and they're in something what the NASA calls interstellar space, which is outside of the solar system and also outside of like something that they call the solar wind effect. So that like they're out in like deep space right now, like 14.5 billion miles from Earth.
And it's still sending data.
Yeah, apparently it's still sending data and at fairly strong signals.
That's from
But
45 years ago. We didn't even have fucking good computers back then.
yeah, but we had good radio technology apparently.
Hearing. Anyway,
Says all the shit that's on it, you know, it's still orienting correctly and it's still maintaining its sensor array so that it can send us information pretty well. But apparently, huh?
Why don't they send out new rockets? Like something
I'm sure they will.
A little faster, maybe in a different direction.
I'm sure they will because they sent the two Voyagers in two separate directions. They said Voyager 2 is just fine, just going on its way. But Voyager 1 apparently started sending back some like weird signals, and they're not really sure what to make of it entirely. They said they're saying that it seems like it's confused by its location and that it's sending them what they're calling junk telemetry data. But the telemetry data, they're like, this can't be right because we're still getting full signal strength on this thing. It's still reacting to commands made to it and everything. Like it's acting like nothing is actually wrong, but it's sending us data that's saying that something is wrong. So they don't know exactly what it is. They're troubleshooting it and everything, but even with this old equipment, apparently they programmed and built it with like a bunch of redundancies in the system so they can fall back on shit if something does go wrong. Mm-hmm. So apparently, even with these things being 45 years old, they can still go for longer.
I mean, that's good, but I wonder what's causing the malfunction.
No idea. They said interstellar space is a highly radioactive environment, so they're thinking that maybe they're having some kind of interference from that kind of thing or whatever.
How would they know that?
Just based on data.
By the way, guys, space is radioactive as fuck.
Yeah.
How would you know if you've ever been there? We know.
Yo, you can tell a lot of shit based on just different stuff that you're gathering, like infrared light and everything. You can tell what stars and planets are made of just by the light that they emit. Really? And analyzing the light. Yeah, it's actually really crazy stuff, like how they can figure all this shit out. Like they're a lot fucking smarter than I am.
Well, they have to be fucking
working at NASA.
Yeah, running entire fucking. Gotta argue with the Russians and shit. You gotta be good at that shit.
Yeah, technology has come a long way, man. Like, especially like with air fryers. Like, have you noticed that everything is a fucking air fryer now?
I know. That's what I was kind of pissed off about. My brother got an air fryer, and it was one of those. It was like an easy bake oven air fryer. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It doesn't fry anything.
Yeah, dude. It's like everything is something and an air fryer now. Like we just bought a
air fryer.
Exactly, dude. Like eventually you're gonna have a coffee maker that is also an air fryer, which
well, to be fair, it'd
be wild.
Maybe like 3 years ago, everything was an oven as well, microwave, oven, and toaster oven, and fuck.
Now it's like everything's an air fryer. We just bought a Ninja Foodie, which is it's an indoor grill, a roaster, and an air fryer all in one. Which, don't get me wrong, dude, I love air fryers. Like, we just had some fucking Korean fried chicken out of the air fryer, and it was fucking amazing.
I tried using the air fryer, the oven air fryer. I think I'm gonna go get like an actual, it's just an air fryer. Because the oven, I think they have like the oven air fryer, and it doesn't fry for fuck. It's just weird.
Ours does pretty good, but I think, it's a Ninja, so.
It better work good. You spent fucking
It better fucking work, yeah. Paid a lot of money for this motherfucker,
Ninja on that bitch, it better fucking work.
But dude, everything's a fucking air fryer now. But dude, I don't know, dude. I like air fryers. I love all kinds of shit that you can make in air fryers. French fries are good in air fryers.
NASA camera, satellite air fryer.
The astronauts might want some fried chicken, man.
Cook an asteroid on that fucking. What's that thing called? The James Webb Space Telescope. Cook a comet in that bitch. The radiation it's emitting is freaking microwave. What?
Microwave radiation. Dude, yeah, like everything, like you can cook like anything in an air fryer now too. Like I didn't know it, but like we made a fucking cake in one the other day. You can make cake in an air fryer, yeah, and it was good. It was red velvet cake. It was good.
It takes 3 minutes, guys. Cook that bitch up quick.
What I was hoping they were gonna do in Star Wars too after Carrie died. I was hoping that they were gonna give like Leia a
Respectful send off.
Yeah, a respectful send off, but instead they did that weird shit where she gets thrown out of the ship and she forces her way back in. What the fuck? What is this?
It's funny though. Something I didn't realize is Yoda, since we're going back to Star Wars, actually preferred that Obi-Wan trained Leia, not Luke.
Really? Interesting.
Because Leia was more like kept with her emotions, and Luke was kind of all over the fucking place.
Yeah, Luke flirted with the dark side a lot.
So
like hardcore for like, hey, how you doing over there, dark side?
Yeah, it'd be real cool if I could choke this fucking giant pig thing.
Force choke me, daddy.
With his weird. So something Star Wars does have, they have a thing for leather.
Yeah. Yeah, like all the dark side people there's wearing like bondage uniforms and shit.
Make the uniform as uncomfortable as possible so you're just pissed off.
I've got my laser whips. Wow. Do you like pain?
Every moment I breathe is another. My lungs were basically melted in that lava.
Every time I breathe, it's agonizing. I am basically coming all the time.
What was it? I think that was a Rick and Morty thing too. I think they the pain guys from the other dimension. They just like pain. It's like the Pinhead and those fucking people from the scary movie. What was it called? Was it called Pinhead? Might be Pinhead.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. That's what it is.
Yeah, with Pinhead. Yeah.
And they kind of did something with Rick and Morty, and they Jerry. Have you seen Rick and Morty?
Yeah, I love Rick and Morty.
And they're like
old Jerry.
They're like, oh yes, it's awkwardness. Ah.
Dude, Jerry's such a fucking... He's an anchor for that series.
Everyone just hates him. Everywhere he goes, he's just not liked.
Human music. I like it. Boop. Boop, boop, boop.
Apples. We have apples.
Got apples?
It was in a multi-billion-dollar alien simulation. The simulation must have sucked.
They were like using the least amount of power on Impossible.
We're on Spotify. We're on Apple.
Your local grocery store.
Yeah, we're at your local grocery store asking for money because this podcast isn't taking off. And so yeah, feel free to follow us, check us out, and hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Larry.
I'm James.
And this is the Simply Evil Podcast. Have a good night. Bye.